Following up now, we brought you a story yesterday about a man who received a $1.4 million speeding ticket. Well, News 3 reached out to a local attorney and the city of Savannah for explanation. And WSAV's Tyler Nicole has the story.
I mean, I can't imagine that somebody would have to pay $1.4 million for not showing up for a speeding ticket.
Connor Cato was driving home on September 2nd when he was pulled over by Georgia State Patrol for driving 90 in a 55-mile-per-hour zone. Connor says he knew he was going to get a super speeder ticket, which in Georgia means an extra $200 is added to speeding tickets, but he did not know the amount would be as high as it was.
$1,480,032.51.
So you called the court after seeing that number, of course, and what did the courts tell you?
The lady told me on the phone, I told them, this might be a typo, I don't know, I'm not sure, and I told her the amount it was, and she said, no sir, that's the correct amount. You either pay the $1.4 million or appear in court on December the 21st at 1:30 p.m.
Local criminal defense attorney Sneh Patel tells us he's never seen anything like this before.
I mean, at first when I was called about this, I thought it would be a clerical error, but I know you followed up, and apparently it's not a clerical error. So again, I mean, I've never seen something like this, ever.
Patel says you never pay over the maximum amount for traffic violations, and misdemeanor charges in the state of Georgia can only go up to $1,000.
The maximum for a misdemeanor is $1,000. If it's a misdemeanor of high and aggravated nature, the maximum would be $5,000. Now, the bond amount should be sort of kind of relative to that. So for misdemeanors, you wouldn't see bond amounts more than $5,000. If in some cases, in extreme cases, maybe $10,000 or so, just to ensure that if it's a crime that involves some sort of violence, or if you're anticipating that somebody could commit more crimes, you would set a higher amount, or if you have any indication that they may not show up for court, you set up a higher amount. But not 1.4 million. I mean, that's something that goes into cases that are drug trafficking or murders or aggravated assaults, something of that nature.
We did hear back from the city of Savannah late this afternoon. A representative tells us the balance reflected on the e-ticket is not the actual amount of the fine, it's a placeholder, because all super speeders are required to appear in court. That enforceable fine is set by the judge when the defendant appears in court, and the penalty can't be more than $1,000 plus state fees. Now, why did someone put $1.4 million in the placeholder for Connor? Well, we're working on getting the answer to that question, too. To see the city's full response, visit the article on WSAV.com. Tyler Nicole, WSAV News 3, on your side.
And the city of Savannah just responded to Tyler's question about why Connor's ticket amount was different. So here's what they said. The city did not implement the placeholder amount in order to force or scare people into court. The programmers who designed the software used the largest number possible because super speeder tickets are a mandatory court appearance and do not have a fine amount attached to them when issued by police. Recorder's Court is working on adjusting the language in e-citations in order to avoid any future confusion.